Here we have a city math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. Here we have an equation that is P of t equals to B positive A times t. Jessie purchased a micro oven for $750. After 10 years, the value of the oven will be $0. The value P of the oven during year t is modeled by the equation above where A and B are constants. In how many years will the value of the micro oven be decreased by $180? Okay, here in the given equation, there are two unknown constants. One is B and other one is A. So first we have to find the values of these two constants and we have to make this equation complete so that we'll be able to answer the question what is asked. Okay, first let me take the given equation as it is. It is P of t equals to B positive A times t. As I said, let's find the value of these two constants A and B. For that, we have to use the information we have over here and here. So that is Jessie purchased a micro oven for $750. That is the initial value of the oven is $750. Initial value means the value of t is 0. So when t is equal to 0 over here, the value of this P of t is 750. And also after 10 years, that is when t is equal to 10, the value of the oven is $0. That is the value of this P of t is 0. Okay, now using these two information, we can find the values of the two constants A and B. Okay, first let me take the first information over here. That is the initial value is $750. Let me plug in the 750 for P of t over here. Let me do it. So equals to B positive. Since this 750 is the initial value, the value of t has to be 0 when the value of the oven is 750. Then we get A times 0. Then we get 750 equals to A times 0 is 0. B positive 0 is just B. Now I got the value of the one of the constants B, that is 750. Now let me use a second information, that is after 10 years. That is when t is equal to 10 and the value of the oven will be 0. That is the value of this P of t is 0. Let me plug in 0 for this P of t. Then B positive A times the value of t is 10. Okay, since we got the value of B over here, we can plug in the 750 for B. Then we get 750 positive A times 10 is 10A. Okay, now let me subtract 750 from both sides. When I do so, this positive value, negative value will cancel out. I am getting negative 750 equals to positive 10A. Let me divide both sides by 10. When I divide both sides by 10, this 10 will cancel out. When I divide this 750 by 10, I'm getting 75. That is negative 75 equals to A. Okay, now I got the values of both the constants A and B. So now this equation will be complete. That is P of t equals to B is 750 and A is negative 75. That is negative 75 t. Okay, now we have to find the number of years it will take the value of the micro oven be decreased by $180. So if the initial value is $750, we have to find the time in years. It will take the $750 will be decreased by $180. Okay, after it is decreased by $180, what will be the value of the oven? For that, we have to subtract this 180 from 750. Let me do it. 750 minus 180. So 0, I'm getting 570. So when I subtract this 180 from 750, I'm getting 570. That is the price of the oven. I mean, the value of the oven is decreased by $180. At that time, the value of the oven will be $570. Now we have to plug in this 570 for this P of t and find the value of t. Okay, let me do it. So 570 equals to 750 negative 75 t. Okay, now let me subtract 750 from both sides. When I do so, this positive 750, negative 750 will cancel out. And when I combine these two numbers, I am getting negative 180 on the left side. On the right side, we have negative 75t. Let me divide both sides by negative 75 to solve for t. So this negative 75, negative 75 will cancel. This negative will become positive. When I divide 180 by 75, I am getting 2.4. On the right side, I am getting t. That is, it will take 2.4 years for the value of the micro oven be decreased by $180. We find this 2.4 in answer choice A. The correct answer choice for this question is A.